All right, good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you so much for tuning in today's Chamber Chat on the State of Luxury Power Panel Series overview. I'm Alexandria Anderson, our Director of Marketing and Events for the Chamber.
And I'm Lindsay Cope. I'm the Marketing and Event Coordinator here at the Chamber.
Absolutely. Well, again, thank you very much for tuning in today. As you may know, we produce a series twice a year. It's called the State of Luxury Power Panel Series with Shatilla. And we're going to be telling you a little bit more about that today. So, Lindsay, give us a little bit of a background on it, maybe a broad brushstroke of this event.
Sure. So, the State of Luxury Power Panel Series with Shatilla is actually a very unique event for the Chamber. It serves as one of our most educational signature events.
Yes.
So it's designed as a corporate teaching seminar. It's very fast-paced, exciting. We have a moderator and a few panelists that talk about a lot of trends and concrete business tips in the luxury market. And really, it's open to all businesses, not just if you're in the luxury market, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Chances are in Beverly Hills you're going to be having a touch of the luxury market, so you'll want to know what's going on.
Yeah, that's definitely relevant for our community.
For sure, yeah. So the event itself, it starts out with a breakfast reception. There's a perfect opportunity to network and enjoy a delicious breakfast spread, and then after that is when the teaching seminar starts. So as the name suggests, we are joined by Shatilla. Anne is an Emmy Award-winning national and global TV news producer and a veteran luxury lifestyle media expert. So she brings so much to the table here for this event, so many relevant business tips, luxury trends, everything of that nature. So Anne serves as a moderator and a panelist alongside typically three to four other esteemed panelists as well.
That sounds amazing. So again, it's twice a year on that semi-annual basis. And the reason that we wanted to discuss it here with you today is we actually have one coming up on December 3rd. It's a Tuesday. It's going to be at the Waldorf Astoria, Beverly Hills. So beautiful venue, that's for sure.
We're excited.
So some of the past, we've also had them at the Beverly Wilshire Four Seasons Hotel, the Beverly Hills Hotel. We just had our most recent at the Peninsula Beverly Hills. So as the name suggests, we hold them at the ultra luxury locations in our community since we're so blessed to be here in this beautiful community. And so, this is a teaching seminar. So now we want to tell you a little bit more about some of the past topics that have been discussed at them. So here is just a little bit of a breeze through some of the past topics that we have discussed at the past couple. Latest luxury trends to take your business to the next level, no matter what your business. So like Lindsay said, we're in Beverly Hills, so most of our members, a lot of them segment towards, of course, the luxury customer, luxury clientele, that sort of brand approach. But you don't necessarily have to be in that luxury market to gain something and glean something from this event. The event also has a lot of tips, trends, and suggestions as they relate to public relations, marketing, communication, and things of that nature. So a few of the other topics that have been discussed at past State of Luxury events include top 5 luxury marketing PR and concept trends for 2019, creating a new 5-point elevator pitch for clients in 2019, how economy upturns and downturns affect your marketing plan and what you need to know about that, defining who the high-end buyer is today, how Gen Zers are extraordinary shoppers, specific pointers for social media, online and mobile, editorial content versus advertising, the pros and cons of each of those, and learn who really decides on the coverage in the newsrooms. And another one, of course, is employee relations are key to brand performance in 2019 and what you absolutely have to teach your staff in order to provide that hospitality experience in order to beat the competition.
Totally. So continuing on topics, definitely celebrity sponsorship and how it works. Crisis management for luxury brands. Exact tips on the new definition of luxury for millennials and how to service as they want. What the luxury clientele actually wants today. Alpha growth, so how to grow faster than your competition with 3 bold moves. Emotional intelligence, why you must have these 4 business traits today to grow and how to bring emotional intelligence into your digital marketing strategy. That's a great one.
Yes.
The Henrys. So the Henrys stand for High Earners Not Rich Yet, and why this segment is now so important for luxury brands. Outlining the difference between traditional media PR and social media PR. And
all very different.
Yeah, so exactly what you need to know on these three. Why affluent customers are continuing to lose trust in Facebook.
Okay.
Instagram, a must in 2019, and how to do it at the ultra luxury level. So there's 40 concrete how-to tips on what to include on your Instagram to help it thrive.
Amazing.
How to write the perfect press release and why the ones you have been approving are not bringing in the results you want. So that's definitely a big one too. So
great.
Very exciting.
So I know that we're going over a lot of these tips and trends and whatnot, but Lindsay and I have chosen a couple of our favorites. So Lindsay, of some of the past topics that have been discussed, I mean, we've literally gone over dozens at these State of Luxury events. But what are some of your most favorite tips or trends or things that have been discussed at the State of Luxury events?
Yeah, so mine for sure is the Instagram tips.
Okay.
I mentioned that there was 40, but I'll go over a few of them. Of course, Instagram is so big in 2019. It's definitely great to have for your brand. So the first tip I want to cover is consistency. So posting regularly 2 to 3 times a week to start off, and every second day or daily after that. So it's good to establish that posting schedule and maintaining that consistency.
Absolutely.
So offering value. So giving your followers tips and providing value. So reply to every comment. Create a group of true fans that will come back. Alex had said something like, you know, if you don't respond to a comment, it's almost as if when you're talking to somebody, you say something and they don't respond back to you, so that can get a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah.
I learned that from one of our business needs to know seminars with Deborah Darris. It's like essentially if I go, hey Lindsay, you look beautiful today, and for her to just not say anything, it's like pretty weird.
Yeah, it is weird. So, you know, of course, replying to comments, it sounds so simple, but I know we get so busy, you know, we try, but, you know, it's definitely something to just implement, get in the habit of doing, create that time for it. It's an engagement piece that's very valuable. So create Instagram stories. So living in the moment, being present in the moment on social media. You know, we have a lot of events, so we want to try to implement that at the chamber as much as possible, but that's definitely a very good tip and trick to use. Yeah. So think clean and not messy. So people look at your entire Instagram as a whole. So you want to make sure that you're, you know, your brand is coming through on that Instagram feed as a whole, and making sure that, you know, they're not very singular posts, but everything comes together.
It tells a whole story. It's not just one segmented. So yeah,
exactly.
Look at it as your whole brand.
Right. So the next one is do not refer to things as free. Depending on your branding, you want to maybe stay away from the term free and use complimentary. Depends on your brand, but definitely, you know, Beverly Hills, you know, kind of I don't know. We like to say complimentary.
We don't use the word free typically.
Yeah. It's not a bad thing, but it's definitely just a trick to kind of up it a little bit, up your game.
Absolutely.
Develop a very consistent editing style. So this kind of goes back to the think clean, not messy, your whole aesthetic. Learning
brand.
Yeah, learning more about image editing. So decide what your aesthetic is that best represents your brand and keeping it consistent. Again, we hear that consistent term. You know, we just want to make sure that you're consistent through your brand, through all of your posts, and essentially your whole feed as a whole.
And a lot of people do that through filters. So I know a lot of people have like specific filters that they use for every photo on their Instagram or on other networks. So choosing one filter that you use for every single thing just to keep it consistent, clean, not messy, all that good stuff.
Yeah, you know, for me, I like to go on an Instagram feed and kind of see what the theme is there. And a lot of times, you know, people do a great job with, you know, creating that theme, and their brand just speaks through the images and the colors. So that's a really good tip. So optimizing your bio if you are a sole business owner. So of course we all know that Instagram allows you a little bit of text for a bio on your profile. So, you know, the tip is to make it who you are, make it snappy, creative, and make sure it just represents you. Tag your posts. Studies show that images with location can perform better. So personally, I like to complete the post before I post it with the location and the tagging, sparking that engagement, making sure that, you know, whoever's relevant should be seeing this post, maybe share it on their page. It just, you know, really gets that engagement going, and hopefully increases the amount of people looking at the post.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Always hashtag images as they perform better. So it's recommended to use between 11 and 30 hashtags. 30 is the maximum. That's a little overkill, but it could help. And then finding a hashtag that is not overpopulated. So of course you want to find a hashtag that is popular and people are looking at that and interested in wanting to know what posts are relevant to this hashtag, but don't get lost in that overpopulated hashtag. That's definitely something to keep in mind for that. So.
Absolutely. No, thank you for all those tips.
Yeah, of course.
I'll store them away for later, definitely, when I'm working on the IG, as we like to call it. So one of the things that Lindsay mentioned as something that we had touched on at a prior State of Luxury event are the Henrys. So this stands for High Earners, Not Rich Yet, and this segment is very important to the luxury market. Henrys have higher incomes relative to a majority of the population. So in the U.S., that's about $100,000 to $250,000 a year. And in order for luxury brands to grow, you got to attract new customers, of course. Today, that means millennials, just because of the sheer size of the millennial generation. So that exactly, we're coming at you.
We're coming up.
So that millennial Henrys segment is also increasingly popular as well, and increasingly important. More so.
Sure.
So young Henrys are better educated, more informed, and they are the trendsetters compared to the rest of the millennial generation. So people look to them for the trends. These are the customers that luxury brands need to identify now in order to nurture them for future growth. Because you think about an ultra affluent customer, they more than likely started out as a Henry. So establishing that brand awareness and nurturing that relationship earlier on when they're a Henry will really help you later. And of course, just like we've all heard a lot of times, millennial Henrys place a higher value on experiences more than tangible goods. So there's a fundamental shift in consumer values towards luxury experiences over things that bring happiness and well-being, reports Euromonitor. They also cited in this survey among millennials, they found that over 50% of U.S. millennials actually prefer to spend money on experiences over things. So that essentially means that the concept of a luxury good as a status symbol is rapidly being replaced by a status symbol of an experience. So thinking of like Amex perks. So Amex perks, with concert benefits. A lot of the time you've probably heard of Coachella experiences that they do for their clients. This is going to be extremely and increasingly popular as you see brands kind of shift toward that. In Beverly Hills, we have the Louis Vuitton X exhibit. This is an extremely engaging experiential factor that Louis Vuitton has curated for the community, which is absolutely fabulous.
They did an amazing job with that, and especially for the Henrys. I mean, that's just
it's perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's an experiential factor, and I think that we're going to continue to see the rise of more and more pop-ups. But again, Louis Vuitton X exhibits here till September 15th. It's complimentary, and it's just a couple blocks west of the Chamber. It's at 468 North Rodeo Drive. Definitely something to check out if you haven't already been.
Something to see for sure.
Yes. Yeah. So continuing on the Henry note, millennial Henrys, they want to start checking off their bucket list by age 40. They don't want to wait until they're 70. So they're really going to be looking for those experiential factors, their bucket list items earlier on than we've seen in previous generations. So with experiences as the focus, millennial Henrys are choosing access to luxury now over ownership of it. A lot of the time because of the convenience factor, the cost of maintenance, and so that's kind of why we've seen the rise of those companies like The RealReal, Rent the Runway, Uber and Lyft, of course, Zipcar, Airbnb, and things of that nature. So we're going to continue to see the increasing relevancy of access to luxury rather than the ownership of it. So turning now over to material goods as far as millennial Henrys are concerned. Millennial Henrys are the most empowered generation ever thanks to technology. So having access to most of the world's products just at our fingertips. So definitely making sure that you're online, you're using your SEO, you're using those those tips that Lindsay had mentioned about Instagram, and that you're relevant online is very important. It's just becoming increasingly important. And then finally, regarding these, the Henrys, I guess you could say, luxury brands are going to continue to feel the conflicting push-pull relationship from their traditional wealthy and older customers who want one type of luxury versus their younger, less financially endowed customers and potential customers who want a completely different kind of luxury. So it's just very important. It's very important to realize that there's going to be that push-pull relationship, and that luxury present fortunes, they hang on one, but your future depends on the other. So luxury brands are going to be faced with this very conflicting balancing act in 2019 and beyond, as they relate to these macro trends. So I know we've gone over a lot of these tips today, well, a couple of them, and this is why actually at these State of Luxury events we produce, with Shatilla, of course, our content curator, a packet of proprietary information that is highly researched and highly regarded. We work on it. It is absolutely updated to the night before of the event, with all these tips, tricks, and trends that not only Anne is providing to us, but our other panelists as well. So the only way that you are able to get that packet of proprietary information is by attending the event. We do not produce it digitally, so definitely something to keep in mind. Mm-hmm. I know I reference mine throughout the year. Our members reference it throughout the year.
No, it's a great source of information to have.
Yes, absolutely, highly regarded. Yes. One of my favorite materials that we produce on that semi-annual basis. So as we mentioned, of course, we have Miss Anne Shatilla, who is our content curator and moderator. But these events also feature a distinguished panel of best-in-class branding experts from a lot of different industries. So I know Lindsay has a few of their names lined up for you. Tell us about some of the past guests we've had.
Sure. So we've had M, aka Michael Chow, owner of global fine dining group Mr. Chow Worldwide.
So cool.
Yeah. Stan Rosenfield, president of Stan Rosenfield and Associates. Mm-hmm. Howard Bragman, founder and CEO of La Brea Media. Mm-hmm. Lee Davidson, director of brand strategy, founder company who has advised for Apple, Airbnb, Glossier, and Snap. That's big. Mm-hmm. Lash Ferry, founder and CEO of Distinctive Assets, and Jeannie Pune, deputy editor of The Hollywood Reporter. So that was big.
That is incredible.
Yeah, all these people are amazing.
Amazing. I love it. No, definitely.
So again, the final 2019 State of Luxury Power Panel series of Anne Shatilla, that's hard to say.
I know, say it 5 times fast.
Yeah, right? Can't do it. Is Tuesday, December 3rd from 8 to 10 a.m. at the Waldorf Astoria, Beverly Hills. We're so excited, so we hope to see everybody there. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a wonderful event, just like all the past ones, so we're excited.
Absolutely, and just like usual, we'll be commenting below the registration link for that, a few of our upcoming events, and a little bit more about this event, because we actually have a blog post on it that you can kind of read a little bit more about it.
Totally.
But as Lindsay said, it's December 3rd at the Waldorf Astoria, and we hope to see you there. Kind of switching gears here, we've talked, of course, in a lot of our chamber chats about the amount of events and programs that we produce. Well, one of them is the Best of Beverly Hills Golden Palm Awards, and the nominations for that are actually out right now. The nominations close on Monday, I believe it's the 19th. Yes, so next Monday, just the 19th. So make sure that you nominate your business or businesses that you feel represent true business excellence in our community. We'll be commenting that link below as well. And again, it closes on Monday the 19th at noon for the event where we will be honoring those amazing businesses on November 19th. It's going to be at Montage Beverly Hills. It starts at 6 o'clock. It's going to be a great time, an amazing event. Tickets to that event are about $125. So definitely a great price for the value that you're getting. It's going to be an amazing event. So make sure that you attend. We'll be commenting that below.
And nominate your business.
Absolutely, nominate your business. Yes, absolutely. And then kind of going on the event path, we actually have, Lindsay and I have a few of our events that are coming up, and we'll just kind of go through those right now.
Yeah.
Actually starting at noon today, so in an hour and a half, I think, we have a health talk, and the health talk is everything that you need to know about dietary supplements. So that's here at our office at the chamber, starts at noon. Be there.
Yeah, so then also coming up on Monday, August 19th, we have our Michelle's Future Member Mingle, and that's at the Chamber in the boardroom at 4:30, from 4:30 to 6 p.m.
Perfect. Next, we have on August 27th, we have a marketing seminar. It's called Cut Through the Clutter and Clarify Your Message. So that is with branding experts from Let's Get Disruptive, and that'll be again here at the Chamber, August 27th, boardroom at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, and then on August 28th, we have our August Chairman Circle Networking Group. This is hosted at El Fornillo, and that starts at noon.
Perfect. And then next is the Get to Know Your Chamber. So we've talked about Get to Know Your Chamber a few times. Essentially what it is, it's our membership orientation where you'll get to meet all the staff. You'll learn more about what the Chamber has to offer, and most importantly, how to maximize your time with the Chamber. Because we know our members, of course, invest monetarily with the Chamber, but timing is our most important asset. So by attending that Get to Know Your Chamber, you will learn a little bit more about the benefits that we offer and, of course, what value you can glean from the very many different benefits.
Definitely. And that's on September 5th in the Chamber boardroom at 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
So another signature event we have coming up on October 3rd is our An Evening with the Mayor State of the City address. This is at Greystone Mansion Formal Gardens from 5 to 7 p.m. We'll hear the formal address from Mayor John Mirisch, which we're so excited about. And we're also going to be honoring the first responders and their dedication to the Beverly Hills community. So that's going to be something that you won't want to miss. It's going to be a great event.
Yes.
We're excited about it.
Tickets are just $50 for members or residents, too.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're about done with this.
Perfect.
So thank you so much for tuning in. Again, we're going to have the links below for you to get more information on anything that you found intriguing in this Chamber chat.
Yes.
Definitely. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.